Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Quadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone. Shalom to mighty Akim, Wathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this foul captivity, as well as a speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharallah. This brother Kawa Cup coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, I want to get into this X-Men thing. And I'm not going to be talking too much. Well, yeah, I will be so slocky about that. But basically, the thing here about the X-Men is that it's like very clearly. I kind of want to do this, so let me just do this right quick. Is X-Men and the thing is. Okay, so yes, X-Men. Oh, and this is not just for the X-Men. This is basically for everything, every sort of media that people have watched, like Naruto, for example. That's a very big common thing. Dragon Ball as well. What happened in Naruto is that there is a whole big subsection of people, like I think a majority of people, like actually legitimately feel sorry for people that watch the anime. They say that the Uchiha deserve better. They were treated like shit and all that stuff. The Leaf Village were terrible people for treating them like that. They also say Naruto's treatment as just for whatever, it was terrible and he shouldn't have been treated that way. Dragon Ball Z, the Saiyans treatment from Frieza, that was just blatant racism. And again, people agree and say that was terrible, that was wrong, X, Y, and Z. And then also the X-Men, apparently this is literally taken from black people. Apparently it's literally taken from black people. And there was this, they said a lot of people had said that Magneto is not Malcolm X and Charles Xavier is not Martin Luther King. I think that's really a lie. Not in the sense of they didn't say let's use these two people as inspiration for these two characters. I don't think that's what they did. I think really what happens is the fact that it might just be coincidence, or yes, they actually did take these two characters and make them. Maybe, I don't know about that. But the thing here, regardless of whether they did intentionally or not, the main thing is that these people are taking our literal struggles, our literal suffering, and turning it into entertainment for them. And it baffles me because there are so many Dragon Ball Z fans. There are so many Naruto fans. There are so many. Oh, even in One Piece as well with the Fishmen. And there's so many Naruto fans, Dragon Ball Z fans, X-Men fans, and yet all these people, literally all of these people that love the X-Men, love Naruto, love Uchiha, love the Saiyans and all that stuff. There are still so many of them that are just flat out fucking racist. Okay, they're just, and that's the thing. A majority of the anime community are just like, well, I won't say a majority. I don't really know the proper percentage, but I will say that a lot of them, they're just flat out racist and they hate black people. I've literally seen a lot of people talking the maddest shit about black people in general, and it baffles me that you have so many people, especially people that like because like for me personally, when I'm playing video games, I'm over here seeing someone with the name Naruto lover X, Y, and Z, and they're over here saying some racist ass shit. And again, that's the thing to me, where when people were younger, like way back then, kids literally grew up watching Naruto, listening to all these themes and hearing all this stuff, and then just for them to completely enjoy the media and then say, oh my god, if I ever see that type of stuff, I would fight against it. I would be like Naruto, I would be like this, I would be like Goku, X, Y, and Z, blah blah. I would feel sorry for them but then when it's actually in their face, then they don't have a damn thing to say. And you know what's so funny? I remember watching this movie, watching Happy Feet. I was watching Happy Feet in school when I was a kid. I forgot what year that was, but whatever. I don't know. It was after it came out or something like that. Anyway, I was watching Happy Feet as a kid. My teacher put it on DVD or something shit like that, and he said, "Here, you guys can watch it, X, Y, and Z." And then there was a scene where everyone was talking shit to the main penguin Mumble, and this is why Happy Feet stuck with me. Not because I actually like the film. I don't even like the film. I genuinely don't like the film. But the only reason why it stuck with me because I saw it with other people, and I literally heard these people say, "Oh my God, why would they do that? Why would they? That's so mean. X, Y, and Z, blah blah." And I'm over here thinking like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is the same type of shit that you people do to others. So why the fuck is it now not okay when it's not okay when other people do it? It's not okay when it's on a TV screen. It's not okay when it's scripted. It's not okay when it's acting. But it's okay for it to happen in real life. It's okay for you to do it. It's okay for you to go to someone and bully someone else and say and ostracize them as an outsider and all that shit for whatever fuck ass reason. All right, but let someone else do it on media, on some sort of media entertainment, and then now you become fucking Malcolm X, like, oh my God, we need to speak for the rights of people. And the thing here is that for me, I was watching this video and I was like, okay, so me personally, I don't really fuck with Cyclops. I don't like Cyclops at all, and I will admit I barely know him. I barely know about the true, quote-unquote, true Cyclops. The only Cyclops I know is that background ass character from the original X-Men movies where Hugh Jackman basically, took off and stuff like that. So those are the only Cyclops that I know. And maybe Cyclops might be a good character. Maybe Cyclops might be cool, but my main thing is just that it's not even something that's personal to Cyclops. But my main thing is just that, like, I don't like the X-Men in general because this is very clearly, like, stolen from, black suffering to make this. Okay, well, when it's to these white people, then that's when it's okay. When it's white people suffering, when it's white people that are being oppressed, then that's when we need to, or that's not when it's not okay, and that's when we have to stand up for, and that's when we want to put up arms and all that stuff. All right, like, this is that shit that genuinely, like, pisses me off, and it's just so disgusting. Like, you have fucking Storm, good character by the way, nice character, I really like. And on top of the fact that she's like really super fucking strong. I think she's like one of the strongest X-Men but under Jean Grey. I fuck with that. That's cool. But at the same time, my issue then becomes like my issue then becomes it's just like, we are being used as, our suffering is being used as media, and the young minds that watch this and that consume this, they don't learn or take anything from it. And this is just like a slap in the face where you can hear people say, as a matter of fact, there was even a panel. There was even a comic panel in a very old X-Men thing where they basically tried to illustrate how like oppression to the X-Men, or not X-Men, the mutants is so bad that they made one of the X-Men, I think it was Kitty Pryde, I think it was her, they made her say, is it bad, you calling me a mutie is offensive. It's just like it's just as if I called you the N-word, X, Y, and Z, or nigger, whatever. She basically said that, and I'm over here like, so the writers, they left in black oppression, they left in like black suffering, marginalized it to be that black people do not face any type of oppression, and that shit doesn't exist. But it did exist, and black people were slaves, but we're just going to gloss over that and only focus on the fact that we are trying to illustrate that the only thing that matters is don't disrespect mutants, all right? Where mutant oppression is not okay, but black oppression is okay. Hence why they had no issues with they basically, Stocky, the reason why I'm talking about this is like they basically tried to compare apples to oranges, they basically tried to compare the two. Not necessarily, I don't want to even say apples to oranges because I don't really know the full thing. I don't know how it is, but basically what happened was, I think it's better, it's more to say that mutants are kind of like, I don't know, the Jays. Like, I think that's it, because mutants really, they are able to hide their power, so they're able to pass off as regular people, and it's only sometimes, when things go out of control that, you got exposed and stuff like that. And that's how multiple different iterations kind of portray the thing, where it only if you're like, say for example, young Cyclops, where I don't know how his thing manifested, but whenever he was not wearing his sunglasses, he blasts his optic blasts and stuff like that, which obviously that's a problem. And he literally needed to get these special visors to use them when he wants to and stuff like that, rather than just, I'm just gonna take off my sunglasses and it's all this big ass blasts and stuff. But again, like, the main thing is just like these creators, the writers, not creators, yes, creators, but writers, they basically just spit in the face of black oppression just to say that that their suffering matters too, while at the same time, again, marginalizing black oppression. It's like, how is it that you're going to try to push this off and try to make people feel bad for these characters while and again, I don't think that they do that recently. I think it was just that one old comic, but just in general, it's just like how, especially with like, I highly doubt maybe social justice would really go for that. Maybe, I don't know. But the thing is just that, where they're really just like not respectful to the source, the inspiration more specifically, but they want to try to make all this stuff. And another thing that they say, or another thing that they do, is that which I'm going to spoil this video. If you don't want to see it, then you don't have to see it. But anyway, another thing that they do is that in a lot of these, maybe not all of them, but in a lot of these different iterations, what they do is they end up making the mutants go and live in their own land, in their own country of Krakoa, or they just make them, in some rare instances, I think it's rare because I know one instance, but I don't remember the name, but I have remember seeing one instance where the mutants just end up taking over the world. All right, I think two actually. So they're okay with mutants that are being oppressed taking over and then being the new number one people in charge, but let it be a so-called black person, and then, oh no, we can't do that, or no, that's not right, that's evil, that's wrong, oh, you guys are doing X, Y, and Z. Like, they have all these different moral standards for us, but never held those same standards for them, because they are always trying to. And again, I know that this is media, but you will see a lot of posts and people talking about how it's okay that, or it makes sense that the mutants did this because X, Y, and Z, and justify their actions and stuff like that, whereas these same people would never say the exact same thing for so-called black people. And that is what genuinely just pisses me off, and that's what makes me genuinely hate the X-Men, but also the X fans, the people that love X-Men, as well as the creators and writers and stuff like that. Because how is it that you have all these standards of beliefs that you push and value for made up fucking characters? All right, it's like you would think that if someone punches you or slaps you across your face, you would think that the natural response is punch or slap them back, and that's basically their response when it comes to mutants. But if you're a black person, that is not what you're supposed to do. You're saying, oh, just turn the other cheek, let it do it. Oh, believe in Christianity, X, Y, and Z. All that stuff is how they want us to be, while allowing other these fictional characters to do whatever when they are more dangerous. I guess, yes, technically on a carnal perspective, yes, they are more dangerous, which this again pisses me off. And I know I'm repeating myself, but it just pisses me off. Now, let me get this. Ezekiel 35 verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Basically, this is the thing where this is natural and this is to be expected. Of course they're going to hate us. Of course they're going to say that rules, you have to abide by these rules, but we don't have to abide by this, or other people don't have to abide by this, because this is only for you. And specifically for you, because we don't like you. All right. So they say that us Israelites, we're not allowed to seek revenge, but they will describe literally everything that we go through, everything that we deal with. Translate that onto a fictional character, and then say that fictional character deserves justice, that fictional character deserves to do whatever they want to do. They have the gift, they have this and the third, so yes, they should be able to, they should give their oppressors their just desserts. This is literally what these people are doing, and this is in no way, shape, or form an exaggeration. Literally, Luke chapter 6 verse 42. Either how canst thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote that is in thine eye, when thou thyself beholdest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Thou hypocrite, cast out first the beam out of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to pull out the mote that is in thy brother's eye. So you are telling us, Edomites are telling us, these writers are telling us, these people are telling us, we need to be better, we need to do all the good things. As a matter of fact, they even said that here. Hold on. Even here, where they said that Cyclops was always the good man, he was always the better man, he was always this, that, and he was always an upstanding person. He never did the wrong thing, he never X, Y, and Z. But then he, in this specific comic that this person was referencing, he said, but Cyclops was done being the better man. It was time for him to, get revenge and stuff like that. Now, where the fuck is this thing?
For help, a blast of red force breaks open his bars and the talking robot, and these three are on. He's tired of being some model minority.
There it is.
Dark place. Wolverine uses the inspiration to remind him of who he once was, who he can still be. But Cyclops is tired of being the better man. He's tired of being some model minority. He wants to act now. So he summons magic Magneto, and Danger Room, who at this point is a walking robot. And these three are honestly overkill. I mean, they destroy this prison like...
So yeah, basically, what he said, and how he described it is that, and I don't even know if this guy is I think this guy is a so-called white person. Maybe he isn't, maybe he is. I don't know. But that's not the point. The main thing is just that, again, like, you literally, this is literally like, dude, like what? I'm sorry if I'm like kind of at a loss for words, but just like, how much more clear can it get? All right, like, there's nothing. What else can I say? Like, you have all these people that are saying that it's time to do what's necessary, quote unquote, when you tried being good, you tried doing all this stuff. Well, where the fuck is our turn? Where's our turn to stop doing the right thing, stop being the better man and stuff like that, and give these devils their fucking just desserts? All right, and I'm not saying to do that. Don't go doing that. All right, I'm definitely not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, where is all that energy that these devils have? These people that are saying all this shit about the X-Men, the freaking mutants and stuff like that. Where's all that energy for us Israelites? You can say that about fictional fucking characters, all right, but you can't say that shit about us. About like it, they deserve better. So-called black people deserve better, but no, us Israelites, so-called black people, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Americans, we never deserve better because they fucking hate us. All right, there's nothing or no getting around that. Zechariah chapter 1 verse 15. I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. And it's even funnier. All right, we had it worse. All right, like I don't know what to say. Like, it's really just like bad. Like, I don't know. I genuinely don't know what to say. Anyway, yeah, I guess that's it. I pray this lesson was edifying. I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Ba'Shem, Rakwakwadosh. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great most, son of God, Shalom.